What's up, you guys?
Hey, hey, hey.
It's your girl, Linz,
And it's Hazel Joy.
and you're listening to the Fillennials podcast.
I missed the cue. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The Fillennials podcast.
I kind of spaced out for a second.
It's all good. You know what? Today we have a really fun episode.
We do.
It's about food.
I love food.
One thing I know about people who aren't Filipino but find out I'm Filipino, they always say, I love Filipino food.
What's the first one they mention?
Oh my God, the lumpia.
Lumpia. I was going to say that too.
Oh my gosh.
Or the pancit.
The pancit.
Those are the first two ones.
Or they just say noodles.
And then the next one is, have you tried balut?
Oh my God.
We should bring balut on the show.
Have you tried balut?
I have.
Oh, and
It's not bad.
I don't think it's bad either.
The thing is the key is not to look at it. While you're eating it. Ooh, we might have to do that. But we need to figure out how we're going to warm it up.
Oh, I know, huh? Just bring like a tea
pot.
kettle. Yeah, like a hot tea kettle. Just, like dip it in for a few minutes. Oh, yeah. By the way, for you guys that don't know, balut is duck egg, and it's
like a fetus of, right?
Yeah, the fetus is in the egg. Like it's a slightly developed duck egg. Mm-hmm. And if you're lucky and you buy balut from the balut seller, I don't know what they're called, the baluter.
The grocery store.
If you get balut from the balut seller and they give you a young egg, you're good. A young egg would be like the fetus is less developed and no feathers. If you get an egg that's older, you unfortunately get bones, beak, feather, all that stuff. So you want to buy the young eggs.
Can you tell what it looks like when you're looking at the
think you
egg
can.
from the outside?
I don't think you can. So buyer beware. You might get Donald Duck in your balut.
And Donald Duck. Yeah. No, now I'll never look at Donald Duck the same. Well, okay. Well, that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah. Luckily, we're not going to be trying anything that crazy today.
Mm-hmm. What are we going to try? Are we going to get right into it?
Ooh, well.
No, we're not.
While we're talking about like different foods that Americans know of, like, let me ask you, Hazel, as a Filipino American, how would you describe Filipino food if you could do it in just so many words?
Filipino food, what I usually describe it as, I would say, think of it as a mixture of, or kind of a cross between like Chinese food and Mexican food, like mashed up together. Not like literally mashed up together, but I mean, it's just like a mixture of different things, you know?
It really is kind of hard to describe, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of our food is very hearty.
Yes.
A lot of our food is very
a lot of meat, I would say.
Yeah, I want to say it
Fatty
doesn't stay
meats.
too far from its natural state.
Yeah.
Like, we use a lot of butchered meats.
Yeah.
Pork, chicken, beef, especially pork. And like we don't really do too much to like the raw ingredients to get to the finished product. So it's not too many herbs and spices. It's not too many ground this, blend that, shred this, and braise and overly marinate. It's not a whole lot of that.
How would you describe it? Or that is basically what you're describing.
A little bit, yeah. It's like, it's very hearty. Definitely when you get it, even at a fancy Filipino place, it feels like home cooking.
Very true.
Yeah.
It does. It's very, not like stews, but I feel like there is more soupy dishes in this sense.
Definitely.
Like, it's not really a soup dish, but it's very, like, there's sauce. Like,
There's
I'm a sauce person. I wonder if that's why, because I grew up on Filipino food. I grew up very in a strict household when it came to like what's on the table is what you're gonna eat. So I wasn't that kid that was really picky. Well, I didn't have a choice. It was like, what's on the table is what you're going to eat.
Right.
Now, my brother, on the other hand, he's 9 years younger than me, and he got away with whatever, like trying getting different dishes because he didn't want that. But me and my sister, on the other hand.
Yeah. The older kids always get it harder than the younger kids. That's for sure.
I'm the oldest, so.
Oh, then you had it tough.
Yeah. But you're the only child, so what? Do you just get it your way the whole time?
It's like 50-50.
Yeah.
50-50. If my parents are feeling nice that day, then they can give me some wiggle room. But hey, if this is all they cooked and this is all they have and it's too late to get anything else, then I'm stuck.
Did you ever want siblings, or you like?
I did, actually. When I was growing up, me and my cousins actually grew up very close to each other. We were in the same apartment complex. And our grandmother on my dad's side, helped raise us while our parents were out working. So I grew up with my cousins up until I was like maybe kindergarten, first grade. And when I got into like later grades, like maybe like fourth, fifth grade, I kind of wanted like siblings because I felt like, especially when you watch TV and you see these shows that have multiple kids in the family, I'm like, damn, I'm the only one. And it's like, I kind of always wanted like a bigger brother or sister to protect me. I never really thought about younger siblings. I kind of always wanted to be the younger sibling if I had the choice, which of course scientifically I can't do that.
Yeah. Well, you're not missing out. No, I'm just kidding. I love being having siblings. I just gotta say that for the camera. I'm just kidding. I love you, Chris and Mark.
Right.
Yeah. So no, being the oldest does have a lot of pros and cons, and it is, since it is being the oldest, like you have a lot of, I would say, they tend to be a little bit more stricter too, because you're like, no, you can't, like you're kind of the experiment child. Like,
right.
You know, like, no, you can't. Like my sister's the middle child, so I'm like 100% certain she got away with a lot more things than I did. And then my brother being the youngest, of course, and the only boy, he got everything.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
the only boy. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, maybe boys have special treatment regardless of the age. I don't know.
I actually feel the same way.
Now, were your parents strict about you finishing your food? Like you had to clean your plate?
Oh, you know what? I wonder if I always just did finish my food, because I don't ever remember that being an issue. But I will tell you something that did kind of scar me into this day. And I would always get scolded by, I don't know if it's even I don't even think it's a Filipino thing. I think it was just my parents, especially my dad. He would hate when I would like hover my plate, and especially because I always had long hair, and my hair would like just kind of dangle in front of my plate. So he was always like, tie your hair up. And to this day, I tie my hair up when I eat. Like, It doesn't have to be like all the way up, but just like out of my face.
Wow.
That's crazy. Like I can't eat with my hair down because it just like, I don't know. I think I'm like traumatized. Honestly, like PTSD. Like I just hear my dad like scolding me from, get your hair out of your plate. You know, like
that's actually,
I don't know. And
I think that's good advice.
The plate. I don't know why I would do that. I just was like enjoying
hover
the food.
over it.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's actually good advice. So I'm sad that you're traumatized by it. But yeah, like you don't want to get your hair dirty. Yeah. You don't want to get your like hair in your food. It's just like, I think that's just good advice.
It's crazy how it stuck with me though. Like to this day.
You know what stuck with me is finishing my food.
So did you not finish your food?
I don't remember ever like having an issue with like not being able to finish, but I was always encouraged to finish everything.
Oh,
and to this day, I hate wasting food. Like if I'm at a restaurant and I don't finish my plate, I will ask for a box. Like,
oh, for sure.
I will, because I can't, like, being conditioned to like eat a certain way by our parents when we were younger. Yeah. To this day, it still sticks with us. It's like, it's important to not waste food. It's important to not like have your hair in your face. It's just like those things that just are now part of who you are.
I think I do remember now, it's coming back to me where like you can't leave the table until you finish your food situation. And another odd thing that really stuck with me that I don't know, it's more of an odd habit, and I don't know why I do this, but I have a really bad habit of leaving the last bite as my leftovers, or like they would always tell me like, why would you even save that? It's like I just get full and there's like one bite left, like a bite or two, and I don't even know why I bother saving it. And my family, they would say it in Tagalog, like nagtira pa, like why even save it? Like why even have leftovers? Like there's barely anything left, and I don't know why I do that. Gosh. I know, I'm so weird.
Are you the person that leaves one chip in the bag of chips?
Shut up.
You are? Oh my gosh. You guys.
I don't know. I think I just eat the whole thing. I like chips.
Okay, good. Yeah, because that's kind of
weird. I don't know. I literally just get full and I'm like, I don't want this anymore.
Like you just can't stomach one last bite. Wow. You know
weird.
What? That's actually, I think that's good, because if that was me, I just finish it. Even if my stomach was hurting, if I was like busting through the seams of my pants, I will finish that damn bite of rice. It's just like, I just can't waste food. And if it's like too little for me to actually take home as leftovers or to save for later, I'm just going to wolf it down. I'm going to just do my best. And that's why I'm overweight.
Oh gosh.
I believe that's why I'm overweight.
I think it's the food we eat. The Filipino food is in like it's really
All that rice,
fatty and rice with every dish.
everything with rice.
I feel like you can't have Filipino food without white rice.
Guess what, Americans? We eat soup with rice in it.
What, lugao or
Sinigang.
sinigang? Oh, I love sinigang. The more sour.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
when
I
it's
gotta
sour soup.
add the extra powder, the extra mix to make it even more sour.
Oh, you know how to make sinigang?
I've seen my mom make it. I haven't done it myself. I do know that Mamacita's mix
Packet?
sinigang mix powder is like clutch.
Is it?
It's like bouillon cubes for Americans, but to us,
You
it's
don't
the
like
Mamacita's.
do that. I saw this. Was it you that sent that TikTok or that video where she just puts it in hot water and
Yeah.
puts the packet in there?
So you guys
Have you
seen
done
it? I've never tried it, but I can't see why it wouldn't
But
work.
isn't it where like the broth is like when it's just simmering is what makes the flavor, not just like the powder itself with hot water?
Well, I think also all the meat and the bones with the meat and the vegetables
Yeah.
with the
Gives it
the
that-
powder makes it sinigang.
Yeah.
Like, you can't
That's
just
why
get
I'm
that
like
flavor
that
with just
powder
water.
in the water. I'm like, what? That's I
Yeah,
don't know.
Homegirl was looking for like a freaking cup of
Clickbait.
noodle type hack with that
Ooh,
sinigang.
somebody should come up with that. A little
Would you? Ooh, actually,
a cup of noodle
Let's try
sinigang
that.
flavor.
why
Hey.
not? Why not? Let's do like.
We need a percentage of that if someone does it.
Hey, let's go. I actually want to try that. I want to do a cup of noodle and put like maybe the chicken flavor, whatever flavor it is. Put all that mix in there and then put sinigang powder after and then mix it.
You
That
might
will
be
probably
onto
taste
something.
bomb
You might be
because
onto something.
it already has the meat flavor from the chicken or the beef or whatever that
Yeah.
cup of noodle is, plus the sinigang Mamacita's powder.
Do you have a favorite Filipino dish?
Oh man, there's so many. I love sour sinigang, beef sinigang. I love afritada
Oh.
or caldereta. I don't know the difference, guys.
You know what? I don't either.
Right?
But I like the potato in whatever
Exactly.
dish comes with the potato.
There's also michado. There's also menudo, and they're all so similar.
all very similar.
Yeah. The main ingredients are like beef, or chicken, depending. Yeah, on the afritada. So like the protein, potato, and carrot, and then the gravy. Like they make a gravy too, in it, and I think that's like one of my favorites.
Oh, another popular dish, adobo, that people are like,
Oh, yeah.
chicken adobo.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
it's in like the Black Eyed Peas song. What's it called?
In the Bebot song?
Oh, we should play that later in the
Oh,
next
yeah.
episode.
It's a banger. Shout out to Apple Diap for putting on all the Filipinos.
Yeah.
Before there was Bruno Mars, before there was Olivia Rodrigo, we had Apple Diap.
Yeah. And shout out to Taboo from Black Eyed Peas, who
Yeah.
actually came on our show, The Layover Show, a little
Yeah.
while back.
Taboo
And he
was
came in with
very nice.
a bag of Filipino snacks as like bearing gifts.
Why can't I remember that?
I can't believe you don't remember that.
I
That
don't-
was
I
like
remember
the
him
first
as a
thing I saw
guest.
him do was just come in with like a whole bunch of Filipino snacks.
Do you remember what they were?
No, I don't. But he's married to a Filipina.
Okay.
So that's like, he just knows that in the Filipino culture, it's very like, you come bearing gifts and like,
I love that.
like the hospitality and
Oh,
things, which is true.
We need to have him back on this show, on the Fillennials
I would
show.
love to catch up with him and see what he's
So
been up to nowadays.
We could exchange cultural anecdotes because he's Native American. So
Very true.
yeah, that would be amazing. So
Yeah.
somebody make that happen.
Okay, so
Those are
we
good.
recently had my son's first birthday party.
Yes.
Shout out Malachi.
Little baby
And
Malachi.
He's now 1, and everybody was raving on about the food. We had Filipino food. We didn't have the lechon, the big pig.
But you guys did
But-
have the chopped like lechon.
Yeah. So we did have like the chopped lechon, but you know how it was always customary in Filipino parties to
Yes.
have the big pig
whole
spread
pig.
with the apple in the mouth.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I'm like, it's kind of not really a big thing anymore, huh? I don't really see it at parties anymore.
I see it pretty rarely.
Yeah.
I think it's more like super special occasions with a gang of people, like a wedding reception, maybe.
Yeah. No, I do remember growing up though. It was almost at every party that we've ever
Damn.
had. Like even it was like baptisms, birthdays. I swear, I saw it all the time.
Damn.
I just feel like it's like not in that. I don't know. I don't want to say culture, but it's just not as big anymore. Maybe not a lot of people eat it. Maybe you think?
Yeah, I wonder
don't
why
know.
that's not a thing anymore. That's
I don't know.
interesting.
But anyways, we had the whole spread, and I don't know, when you're a host of a party, you kind of like don't have a big appetite, but my mom had to remind me like, you better eat something, you're diabetic, and we'll get into that another episode. But yes, and then I had to force myself to eat, but I was just like pulled in every direction.
Oh
so
yeah, I mean, you're too busy thinking about the party to even worry about your appetite.
But the bummy thing about that was that I didn't get to try all the dessert.
The dessert was hitting.
But I heard a lot of good things about the food. My favorite dish that I did get to try, I liked that barbecue little thing that we had. Like, they weren't barbecue like sticks, they were like pork barbecue, but they're like chopped up. Did you try that?
I actually didn't get to try that. My plate was getting really full by the time I reached that end of the banquet table. But yeah, like Cubby, my boyfriend, he actually gave it rave reviews. He really liked it.
Yeah, nice. Was it his first time trying a lot of the dishes, or he's tried it before?
No, he actually grew up with a lot of Filipino friends.
Okay, so he's familiar.
Yeah, so he had a lot of experience with those dishes, but he mainly zeroed in on the lumpia because he loves lumpia Shanghai, and and the barbecue chicken.
Oh, barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
yes.
I had some of them. Like, oh, what is this? This is delicious.
So there was 2 versions of kare kare. Shout out to the restaurant. My husband's parents, they catered from McKinney Pride Pinoy in Artesia. Super amazing. They have buffets. By the way, not even sponsored by them at all. This is just pure love. McKinney Pride Pinoy in Artesia, and they have amazing food. We also had friends of my husband's parents like bring stuff. For example, like I said, there was 2 versions of kare kare. Did you get to try the kare kare?
I didn't try any of it.
Oh man, there was so much food. Yeah, and you didn't like take anything home?
I didn't, because we had another party to go to after that, and I didn't want to like stink up the car with food. Not saying stink, but I didn't want
leave it in the car.
You know how the food smell just sticks.
Yes.
You know, I didn't want to do that to him.
Exactly what that is. Well, there was so much food, and you know how all the titas are grabbing plates to take home. And so I did get to take a lot of food home. Shout out to whoever packed it for us, because nice. I got to try some things and I'm like, oh, this is good. But a lot of the desserts were actually made by this other restaurant called Luisa and Sons, and it's also in Artesia, and it's right next to the Cape Republic that you went to, I think.
Oh shoot!
I think it's in that area. I think it's next to that. Did you go to Valero's?
I went to Valero's.
Valero's. Yeah. So I think it's in that area in Artesia also. So it's called Luisa and Sons, and there was like a ube dessert. There was also a leche plan, but it was like a corn leche plan. Did you try that?
Yeah,
that was good.
The maja blanca, but it was yellow. Usually it's white.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's basically a corn pudding. So good.
It's so good. And it's like a different take on the traditional leche plan.
Yeah.
And is it like for in the Mexican culture, it's flan?
It's
like
just flan.
But I don't know. Do I just say it like how Filipinos say it, like plan? Leche plan. I always say leche plan. How do you say it?
Leche plan.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm right. Okay. But in Spanish,
when I'm not talking
it's flan.
When I'm talking to anybody else, it's flan.
So there's going to be a lot of like Spanish similarities because like we said, there's the Spanish colonized the Philippines.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of similarities with that.
Yeah. It gets deep. I'm pretty sure we can dedicate like hours to like the history.
And also once we get more into in the future episodes about our own backgrounds, because I was asking my mom things, and we'll get into that in another episode.
Oh man,
stay tuned. But
I love our own like self-discovery. I think is so dope.
It's crazy though. That's why we're doing the show, because there's some things that I still don't even know that I'm like, oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, there are some questions I never even thought to ask my mom that I'm asking now, and
Me too.
Wow, like I wish I asked this when I was a teenager.
I know.
But as a teenager, I just thought about myself.
That's true.
I didn't really I didn't have a care in the world, and I didn't feel like I needed to ask questions because everything was just hunky dory. You know what I mean? So but I mean, it's never too late to reach back. Never too late. to ask the people in your life about where you came from. It's a beautiful thing. You guys should do that.
Okay, are we gonna get into the snacks? I'm excited.
Let's go. We are about to grub because all this food talk, I'm very hungry.
Me too.
Should we start with?
What do you want to start with? What I brought or what you brought?
Yeah, let's start with what you brought.
Okay, so I brought it's a snack and it's called Boy Bawang Cornick. and the flavor is lechon manok flavor. So I've tried this brand a long time ago when I was younger, but it's basically, how do you describe it?
It's corn
It's
nuts.
like corn nuts. There we go.
Yeah.
And I was really intrigued by the fact that it was lechon manok flavor. I'm
So,
like, let's try it and see if it's
Lechon
actually
means pork and manok means chicken. So chicken pork? Pork chicken?
pork chicken.
Is
It's
that
kinda-
the flavor?
I guess so. It says it's now tastier and crunchier. Oh, good looks on the napkins. Because I was like, ooh, how do I open this? Okay. Here. So you take your share first. So I'm pouring it into her palm. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to pour that much. Okay. Here, Aaron, you want to grab some too? Or are you too far? Okay, he's good. Maybe later. Okay.
Boy, bawang.
I'm going to
Damn.
go ahead and try this. Well, if you want to zoom in a little bit, it's like this little corn.
It's
nut
like,
thing.
if you guys know what hominy looks like, it just looks like
Ooh.
dehydrated hominy.
Smell it. It smells like
Ooh.
chicken.
Oh, that
Right?
smells so
Well,
good.
manok means chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And then lechon is pork, like you said. Pork chicken.
Pork chicken, lechon manok. What does the
It
picture?
smells like, the picture has chicken on it. Look.
Oh.
Show the camera too.
You know what? See,
And it actually smells like it too.
I think lechon manok just means
I'm going for
chicken
it.
that's been roasted.
Oh. I like crunchy snacks.
Oh,
So it's
that's
not-
delicious.
I feel like it would be even better if it was spicier. She got so excited.
I'm trying to feed the
She
mic.
hit the mic. Okay. It's very, very crunchy, which I like. And it tastes like chicken. What did you say it meant? It meant like crunchy. No.
I think lechon. I'm so used to calling roasted pig lechon, but I think lechon is also a method of cooking. So maybe it means roasted chicken.
Roasted chicken. All right. Correct us in the comments. Let us know what that means. But it tastes really good. It's very, like I said, it's very crunchy. And
So I just looked up lechon manok, and it says lechon manok or split roasted chicken is a Filipino favorite. It goes well with my homemade lechon manok sauce. So lechon manok just means split roasted chicken. I'm sorry, spit roasted chicken.
spit roasted chicken.
And when you think about
What does
how
that
they,
mean?
so like when you think about how they roast lechon, it's on a long stick.
Oh, and
so
like
they call
you
that a
turn
spit.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So they're
I didn't know
saying,
that.
ah, my bad. I'm over here. Oh, it's pork chicken.
Nice. Quick with it. Shout out
Yum.
Google.
I love it.
Cool. All right. So what else we got to try?
Okay, so I have two things. I went to Valerio's Bakery, which is a chain of Filipino bakeries in Southern California. Let me know if they're anywhere else. I'm not sure.
And is it dessert or a snack?
I got sweets.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sorry. Really quick. There was this dessert. What is it called at Malachi's birthday party? The balls that everybody was raving on about that I didn't even get to try because everybody loved it so much. And that's what you brought.
it's called karaoke.
Karaoke.
Yeah. And I couldn't think of the name at first while we were sitting there eating, but everyone at the table, especially Alex, which is Jess's fiance, shout out to Jess, J Rose.
Hey, shout out J Rose.
He was like, man, this is like one of the best desserts I've had. The texture is awesome.
Dang.
And it really is. So I will say I did sample this karaoke earlier today when I first bought this, and Auntie at the party, she makes better
She
karaoke.
made it. Yeah. So somebody made it. I don't think I know her personally, but it was my mother-in-law's friend, I believe. Oh, so it comes on a stick.
So it's usually on bamboo skewers. So this is, I looked it up, glutinous rice with mixed with a little bit of coconut milk, and cooked with like a sugar glaze, which gives it the crunch on the outside.
Looks like a donut.
It does look like a donut. So give it sorry. It might be a little soft now.
Oh, how am I going to take this off? It's really stuck on there. Oh, there we go. It looks like a donut, but it's not hollow.
It kind of reminds me, no, it's not hollow. It reminds me of like a mochi donut, but tougher, a little bouncier.
Ooh, okay.
You ready to
I'm
try?
going to try it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, I definitely have had this dessert before. But the fact that you said the one at the party was better makes me sad because I didn't get to try it. It's very chewy.
This was crunchier earlier, so the sugar got a little soft because it was in a paper bag this whole time.
It's still really good though.
Mm-hmm. So let me look up again what it is.
So I'll describe what it tastes like and it looks like. It looks like a donut, like a glazed donut, like an orange glazed round donut hole kind of. And it's very chewy. And the inside, it's like you said, it's like coconut. So it's like coconut. Okay.
It says carioca is a Filipino street food snack made from glutinous rice flour, coconut milk, and coconut meat or flakes, then dipped in caramelized coconut milk and sugar. See, I mean, Filipino food is so simple. And a lot of our desserts contain rice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think this might be my favorite element of our show, the food.
We should do this more often.
True. Every episode. Her mic is trying to get fed too.
I keep punching the mic. But yeah, Hazel, honestly, carioca is one of the better desserts of the Philippines.
Carioca. It's almost like karaoke.
Do you have a favorite Filipino dessert?
Cassava cake and leche flan are definitely up there. Anything ube is for sure. Halo halo. Woo. So if you don't know what halo halo is, oh man, I wish we could have that here on the show. It's like
It's a little messy, but I think it'd be worth it if we tried it.
So halo halo means mix. And it's basically a dessert with like a mixture of, it has ice cream. It has like, is it condensed milk or
Condensed milk and,
coconut
evaporated
shred,
milk.
evaporated
actually,
milk
And then condensed milk on top.
with like jelly beans or not jelly. Yeah. Or like jello.
Yeah.
I know there's different variations, but
There's like, so you guys might think Filipinos are weird for this, but we put beans in our dessert.
beans,
We-
yeah, like
we-
red beans, right?
Yeah. So like, if you go to like a Filipino or Asian market and you go down like, I don't know, you find like the halo halo aisle, I don't know. You see a bunch of jarred beans in simple sugar syrup. So they use mung beans, they use white beans. I think those are the main beans that we use, and then we use like different kinds of gelatin. There's
Like
this gelatin- coconut
ice, scoop, like a couple scoops of ube ice cream,
jackfruit,
jackfruit, and
so good.
bananas sometimes,
Yes.
right? And then they have even like leche plan sometimes. I guess it depends where you go.
yeah. They
right?
put like
on
a
top,
wedge of it.
a little wedge of it.
Damn, it is a mix, man.
It really is,
A
and like
mix
you just
of-
mix it. Oh, it's so good,
All the sweet stuff.
especially on a hot day.
And you know what I love too? I watch a lot of like foodie vloggers, and I've seen a few content creators that aren't Filipino that have tried halo halo, and those are some of my favorite videos because they're so shocked that like beans and this purple yam and this ice could taste so good, and it makes my heart like so whole, like so it makes my heart swell whenever I see anyone eat any kind of Filipino food for the first time and they enjoy it so much. Like,
We need to do a episode dedicated to the history of like the ube desserts because it's now like so mainstream. Have you noticed?
Honestly, it's kind of a sour spot for me seeing ube put into so many different things. I will say, at your party, the ube that was there was literally the most pure, unmessed with ube. It's because it usually comes as a paste because it's a purple yam that is sweetened with, I think, sugar and just pounded until it's like a paste. And that was what was at your party. It wasn't like put into like a muffin. It wasn't put into like, I don't know, a cannoli or whatever.
It was like just
it was
ube.
just
Straight
the,
up ube.
the straight up ube. And I haven't seen
we
it.
should have brought it. We had leftovers.
Oh, I haven't seen it in that form in so long, and it made me feel so good that like
It was
we have
good.
like these traditional, like straight up traditional like desserts at your party.
And to be clear, it's different from taro. It is not taro. That's why I
Taro,
feel like we need a whole episode talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
ube because it just deserves its own like thing because it's interesting to get into that, and it is kind of a sour spot knowing that it's like gone mainstream because it's always been a thing, but now it's like, oh, try this ube latte, like
Dude, I seen a freaking ube pizza crust pizza.
What?
What the?
I've never heard of that. Next thing you know, there'll be like pizza. What is it called? Hot pocket ubes or
Right,
something.
I'm like, do we have time for our last
Let's
snack?
do it.
So speaking of putting sweet things in pan de sal,
We always got time for food.
I brought pan de coco.
Oh, I love that.
Pan de coco. So pan de coco isn't anything I really grew up with, but I have seen it in the bakeries. So
Yes.
it's great. So pan de coco is basically a roll of bread with some sweet coconut chopped up and put it on the inside.
Yes, this is really good.
Yeah.
And this is also from Valerio's.
It's also from Valerio's. So let me go.
Okay, so it's basically like a sweet roll. And then as I break it in half, it looks like it has a filling, you said, inside.
It's chopped coconut.
Chopped
sweet
coconut.
coconut. All right, let's give it a whirl.
Woo,
Cheers.
cheers.
Oh, that's satisfying.
Don't they have ube flavors of this also?
Oh yeah. In Filipino bakeries, they get really creative with their breads. So some you would see some with ube on the inside. They have something called ensamada, which is basically a roll of bread.
That's one of my favorites
with
too.
sugar, butter, and like shredded cheese. It sounds weird, but don't knock it till you try it because it's so good.
We'll bring that one of these days too. Really good. It's not like overpoweringly sweet.
Right.
That's what I like about it. It's
So-
like just the right amount of sweetness.
Definitely. Yeah, it's not like filled to the brim with this coconut. It's like just enough. When I was kind of looking up like pan de coco and like what was in it just so I can prepare for the show, I saw a word that I haven't seen spelled out really like in a long time. Merienda. As Filipinos, we all know what merienda is.
Snack.
I remember like that word just takes me back. Whenever I would come home from school and my dad would be there, he'd be like, oh, merienda now. And that just means, to me, that signals, all right, we're about to eat a snack before dinner. So when I looked up pan de coco, it said that this is a popular snack for merienda among Filipinos. So I was like, oh, man, this is tight. I love it.
Can't go wrong. Kind of backtracking on what we were talking about earlier. I asked you what your favorite Filipino dish was. I don't think I really went into what mine was, but I do want to share one of my favorite dishes that my dad made back then. He was like the big cook in our family. Shout out Dad. R.I.P. His beefsteak was amazing. And I know we had beefsteak at the party, which was like a special request that I made. So
Oh, snap.
that was, my favorite dish. But
So good.
what's your favorite dessert? Did you already
my
say?
God. The dessert I haven't touched on.
Because there's just so many. It's hard to choose, honestly.
Sheesh.
It's hard.
We
I
all-
can't even say one. I had to be like this, and that. It's definitely up there.
We all love bibingka. Just sticky
I forgot
rice.
about that. Bibingka is definitely up there.
But one that I can say I love so much. Like we love fruit salad, but I love the coconut and pandan salad.
I love that. Did you try the fruit salad at the party?
I did. It was
JP's mom made
delicious.
it. My mother-in-law made the fruit salad.
Good job, Tita.
Which I've been just scarfing it down, scarfing the leftovers
So
down. I think I
good.
ate the last of the leftovers.
Yeah. So you guys, all you Americans, why am I saying it like that?
All you Americans.
Everyone that isn't Filipino here, if you know what ambrosia salad is, that's basically fruit salad for us.
I don't even
Filipinos.
know what ambrosia salad is.
It's basically all the ingredients with the cream with the cream
Okay,
cheese.
so let's explain, because what if they don't even know what that is exactly?
Oh, all right.
Put me on the spot. I know there's coconut in there.
Coconut,
We love coconut.
bits of pineapple,
There's grape,
I think melon, cherry, maraschino cherry, and I think a base of like heavy cream and cream cheese.
I didn't realize that was cream cheese. Maybe that's why I like it so much.
I think that's why. Well, I think it's mostly cream, but a little bit of cream cheese makes it just a tiny bit tart, like a tiny bit sour. Give it that, or maybe is it sour cream? I guess it all kind of depends on who's making it, but the base is pretty much heavy cream.
So good.
Yeah,
We'll have
it's
to
so
bring
good.
some. I need to learn how to make these dishes, man.
The good thing about Filipino dishes is that they only have just like a handful of ingredients.
That's true.
At the most.
Keep it simple. That should be one of our challenges. Like try to make a new dish each week or whatever.
That's good for me because I really don't cook.
Same. Your mom cooks.
My mom cooks. My mom's an excellent cook, by the way. And it kind of gives me like hope that I can start cooking because she didn't start learning how to cook until she came to America.
Really?
And my aunt, my godmother, actually started teaching her how to cook, and then she just took it on like it was nothing, and she started like doing her own recipes, putting her own tweaks on different dishes, and
love that.
she's one of the better cooks in the family.
So my dad, like I said earlier, was the cook in our family, and my mom, she's not a terrible, like she can cook, she just doesn't, I don't think she just doesn't cook often. So now the cook in the family is my husband, JP, and he doesn't really cook a lot of Filipino dishes. He kind of just like makes up his own things. He's an amazing cook. And I don't really cook. And it's not that I just don't really like it's not really for me. I don't know. I don't really enjoy it. But I know that if I have to, I will. And I know I need to learn, especially having a kid. I'm like, well, he has to eat, you know.
I think if you know the basics.
Yeah.
And you can make like
breakfast is probably my favorite thing to make. It's pretty easy. Like
eggs.
Exactly. Pancakes
all day, baby.
Exactly. But we have attempted to make kare-kare together, which luckily my dad, we were able to make some for my dad before he like passed, and he did enjoy that dish.
Oh, I love that.
But I do regret not learning his recipes. That's the bummer. And I do remember trying to learn, but he's just so overprotective of the kitchen. Like, move, you're in the way.
See.
Like, there's not enough space for us, and just get out of here. You know, he loved serving people. So that was his thing. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe any extended relatives might know the same recipes he knows, and maybe you can get him from them.
Yeah. Well, my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, he has his adobo recipe, the chicken adobo recipe.
Oh,
so
really?
That's really good.
Hey.
We haven't quite gotten that adobo down. We're still working on that one, but yeah, it's okay. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Well,
yeah. All
Let's
right.
make that a little goal for ourselves. Just to be better cooks and maybe hopefully get the bomb recipe.
Yeah. Well, this was a fun episode. I think that wraps it up for this food. You all right?
I got a corn nick stuck in my throat.
Oh no. You want some water?
Yes. I could have brought mine.
It's okay. Well, that wraps it up for this amazing food episode of the Fillennials. Did you bring your water?
No, I didn't.
Oh dear. Okay. Did you want some of mine?
Actually. Oh yeah.
Thanks, Erin.
Thank you. Hold on. Don't wrap it.
Okay. We'll just cut that out. Cut that part, Erin. Bloopers.
Yeah, we can save that for bloopers, but yeah, let's not cut the show right there. Okay. All right. So yeah, hopefully, like let's make that a little goal for ourselves. Like, just get in the kitchen a little bit more, maybe learn a few more recipes, and hopefully you can find one of your dads.
Yeah, definitely gonna try that. It's gonna be a goal for sure. Love food.
Me too. I can't wait to scarf this down once the camera stops rolling.
I know. I already scarfed the
karaoke.
the karaoke. I want to say karaoke. That's another episode, by the way. The
we got to talk about
of
Filipinos and karaoke.
History. Yeah. Why?
Hey man, we're all a star in our own mind, right?
Exactly. Should we wrap up the show?
Yeah, let's wrap up the show. Once again, want to go ahead and shout out the different foods that were catered at your birthday, at your kid's birthday?
Well, I don't remember all the dishes, but I do want to shout out the restaurant, McKinney Pride Pinoy in Artesia. Shout out to the amazing food, and I hear they do have buffets. Specifically, I think Wednesday nights they have buffets, so check that out. And I think it's like $35 a person.
That's a steal.
Yeah, for buffet. Shoot.
Ooh.
Basically, Filipino parties are like buffets.
All right.
And the other spot was Luisa and Sons for the dessert, which was that ube dish you talked about. The corn leche plan. What was it called?
Maja Blanca.
Maja Blanca. And I don't remember the other desserts that were there.
I can't quite remember
At least from that
the
place,
rest.
the places,
but big shout out to JP's mom for making her bomb turon. I forgot to mention that.
Turon.
I love
that's my
turon.
favorite.
Yes.
Okay, there's no one favorite. I love all of them.
Turon is kind of like, I don't know, it's similar to karaoke, but it's with banana and like a lumpia wrapper and jackfruit. It's
So yeah,
so
think
good.
of a sweet version of lumpia, but it's basically banana.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like, okay, for Thai food, they have that.
Mango
Don't they
sticky
have?
rice?
No, don't they have a fried banana dish too? I think they have a fried banana dish too
I don't
at some
remember.
restaurants. But anyways, it's almost similar like that, but it's like wrapped like a lumpia. So it's really really good.
Gotta try that.
Yeah. Oh, I have a joke before we end the show.
Tell me a joke.
It's a Tagalog joke. What did the magician say to the banana?
What?
Turon. Get it? Turon.
I'm gonna put that one in the
Okay.
memory bank.
Shout out to my uncle, R.I.P. He told us that joke, so
Aw.
it just stuck with me. I thought it was funny. So, yeah, the
Thank you for
magician
that.
went. "Turun."
We all had a comedian as an uncle, didn't we? Because I had
did.
one too. Rest in peace to
I
my
know.
my uncle Chacha.
Well, also my dad was like a comedian too,
Mhm.
but them going back and forth. Oh, my
God.
gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you guys for watching and listening. And
Isn't it just like Filipinos to extend the farewell and
goodbyes?
goodbye?
It's
Yeah.
like 2-hour goodbyes.
Yeah,
No joke. Sometimes you just have to like sneak away because if you try to say goodbye, you're never gonna leave.
Yeah, definitely. So maybe I should just walk out of the room right
And then they'll get mad if you don't take food home.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
that's another thing.
Don't yell at me, Tita. I'm trying to lose weight.
They scold you for gaining weight and then they scold you for not eating. So it's like, what is it? Pick one.
I know. It's like that dichotomy that's like just tripping me out.
Oh man,
We'll touch on that more.
It's an insult to say no though. If they're
it?
trying to feed
It
you,
is.
yeah. If you say no, they're gonna be like, get out of my house.
Right, definitely. Holy
Oh
moly.
my gosh. Okay, that's us trying to wrap the show up and still saying our goodbyes.
Right, exactly.
But thank you for listening to this episode and give us some ideas of what we should try next.
Yes, please.
Comments.
Yeah, we're open. We're
Yes.
definitely open. Maybe not to Balut, but everything else.
Yes. So you can subscribe on all major platforms, right?
Yep,
Wherever
all
you're
major streaming platforms.
listening. And give us a follow on our personal too.
Definitely. Follow
At-
us on Instagram at the.Fillennials.
And at
and,
Lindsay Does It.
and at Hazel Joy. Yeah. And that's it, you guys. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up and stuff our faces. And we hope you really enjoyed this episode.
All right.
Be sure to tune in every week.
See ya. Peace.